Shalom, Yasharallah. This your brother Dawada from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so this is part two to basically this here Venezuela update. All right, I just went way too long and give you the backdrop of what's going on in here. I didn't want to make the video too long, so I'm coming back with a part two with pretty much everything that you heard about in part one. All right, but we're gonna just read about it all in the scriptures. All right, because more or less to say, all these things are the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning and our understanding. All right, and basically this is a repeating cycle of things that's going on. The things that were before, they're gonna be here again. So, and plus we already got the whole scripture of how these things are gonna go down. So we already know the end from the beginning, more or less to say, because the Lord, the Most High, gave us these scriptures. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start out here in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 3 just to bring into this one certain point here. All right, Matthew 24 and verse 3 says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" All right, Salakia. Well, let me read this first. This is Matthew 24 and 6. All right, so these are some of the signs, all right, that you will know it's going to be the end of the world. Now, the end of, like I did on other videos and things like that going into that. This is just the end of this here age, more or less to say, the age and the rulership of the so-called white man ruling, all right? Now we're about to transition into what they call the kingdom of heaven, when you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faith scattered around the four corners of the earth. All right, we're going to be reigning in the kingdom of heaven here on earth. All right, just as the so-called white man is reigning right here on earth in his kingdom of heaven, we're going to be reigning in our kingdom of heaven right here on earth. All right, that's when the world ends. We talking about the end of the so-called white man's world and his elites when they go out. That's the end of their world, and then the thing that follows is going to be Jacob. All right, so that's what it's talking about, the end of the world. All right. It says, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For you shall hear for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." All right, so now I'm gonna go back through all of that again, but I just wanted to read that for the sake of getting down to verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Now, as we're bringing out these here lessons and certain things like that. Now, how do I want to put it? Now, the minute of the Lord, we know of pretty much a certain order of things and a certain, a certain timeline, more or less to say, of how these things are going to fall. All right. So, and going back into the rumors of wars and things like that, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. When we do videos like this and talking about all these things going on, don't get up into a panic and a stir of the sky is falling, World War III, World War III. All right. Now, there's a difference here. Now, I want to be able to show this here difference. We have, especially like the things that's going on in Venezuela right now. Right now in the media, you have a lot of distractions and things going on. All right. And they do all these distractions to keep people occupied and busy and not seeing the magic trick that's going on in front of them. It's a sleight of hands. When you got all these things going on in the news and all these different genres and topics and things popping off with so much media and coverage coming out of there, they trying to cover up something. All right. But nevertheless, as we look into these things, again, I don't want to get into or push out the vibration that we screaming, the end is here, the war is now, or war, or the end of the world, and which in a sense we are. But again, like I said, the minute of the Lord, we have we know of a certain order of things. All right. And I want to be able to put this out to, some of the younger brethren or, the sisterin too that listen, what I'm saying, to not be caught up into all of those things. World War III is about to pop off today, World War III is about to pop off tomorrow, and oh man, this is getting crazy, and Russia might do this and Russia might do that, and so on and so forth. Well, and we already know, Russia is gonna wind up waxing that ass over here in America. All right, we know that that's how it's gonna end, and there's nothing that's gonna stop that. All right, we know that's coming. All right, we know that World War III is coming. All right, we know that thermonuclear destruction is coming to here to America. All right, we know that these things are coming, but yet and still, and we do bring out videos like this all the time. It's just it's almost like a cycle of things. We bring out these videos, but it's the same topics we bringing out because why? These are the end of the world prophecies. All right. That we just keep repeating because it's only a certain set amount of ones that, we keep harping on until they actually come to pass. All right. But nevertheless, like this is talking about wars and rumors of wars, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning of the end. All right. Like I said, we know of a certain order of things. Like what? We know that, let's say, for instance, you thinking that, you might think that, oh shit, this is going to be World War III. Russia got their thermonuclear missiles over there. They flying bombers over here. You want to start running and getting scared and so on and so forth. Or hell, they might actually shoot off a ICBM missile. And like they actually had a false alarm in Hawaii. Then they actually had one. I don't know if it accidentally went off in California or they actually shot off one to deter something in California, maybe like a year or two back. And things like that, even if you see things like that happen, all right, just know by and by that, again, looking at these prophecies, there's a certain order of things, all right? Those thermonuclear, America's not going to be destroyed before that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is implemented here in America, all right? So even looking at this, I say that to say this, even looking at the Venezuela thing or however close Russia might get or whatever Russia might say, so on and so forth, we're not discrediting Russia. Like, oh, Russia said they finna wax America. They gonna turn their ass to a nuclear pile of ash. Yeah, they are gonna do that, but we're not saying they're gonna do this today, tomorrow, or this is what your number one priority should be, all right? Because we know that there's other prophecies that have to come to take place, like what? The famine of the word, all right? There's got to be a famine of the word first. The internet's got to go down. There has to be a collapse of this here economy, all right? The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All these things have to come to pass before what? Those thermonuclear missiles come. That's going to be the end all be all, all right? But nevertheless, like the scriptures say, let me go back up to verse 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Let me jump down to verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So these things are just the beginning of the end, all right? The end of the world, all right? The end of these things coming to pass. But again, this isn't one of those things to be like, oh shit, we are actually in this time. So you do need to get your shit together because, hey, salvation is very nigh. But again, not to get mixed up with, you have a lot of these so-called truthers or whatever on the internet right now talking about World War III imminent, World War III imminent. That's because they don't see the RFID chip. You have certain people like, I'm not even going to mention certain people, but you have certain people that's pushing certain agendas to put money into their own pocket. And they telling you about certain things, telling you about like the thermonuclear missiles coming to America or whatever, whatnot. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast, but yet they telling you like wild ass shit, like, oh, you should invest into this, you should invest into that, or you should do all these things. Like, nah, man, you bugging these people out just to fill your pockets. You keep telling them, war's coming right here, right now, but you're not filling them in on the rest of the stuff. And the only reason you telling them these things is for what? For you to either get views on your channel or for you to get some kind of money. All right. So I don't want to get these types of videos like that, when we talk about wars and rumors of wars, all right, to be misconstrued with people saying, oh, y'all always crying war and don't nothing ever happen. This is exactly what the scripture's talking about. Wars and rumors of wars, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. This is the beginning of the end. All right. Which we've been in this state for a while, going back into September 11th. All right. All the way up into these times. All right. We've been in the time of wars and rumors of wars. All right. We've been actively having some wars. And then you've been hearing about certain, like the North Korea deal going on, the China deal going on, the Russia deal going on. All right. And we know that Russia is not going to, openly attack in a hot war. All right. Up until when? Till you get, World War III to come to pass, basically. You see what I'm saying? Or by that time, shit, you ain't gonna be watching no videos on the YouTube. You like all the things that you're doing right now. You're not gonna be doing that no more. All right. We know that there's gonna be a famine of the word, which is what? The internet gonna go down, which will probably coincide with what? An economic collapse, which will also coincide with what? The RFID chip being mandatory, which is the mark of the beast. All of those things got to come to pass before a thermonuclear missile come and turn this place to the lake of fire. All right. So, for those of you that's watching and, you might be new into the faith or you a little younger into the faith. You know what I'm saying? These things are, to keep that as in mind as a warning. You might watch some other truther videos or whatever, whatnot, and they keep talking about these things and, you see things go up and go down, go up and go down. Don't let that weaken you in the faith. First and foremost, we have the truth over here, the 100% truth. They only seeing certain things, some of the obvious things. All right. But nevertheless, we know that all these things are going to culminate in what? World War III. These things are the build up to those things is going to wind up, kicking off, the ultimate, battle, Armageddon. All right. So now let me go back into, Matthew 24. It says, Matthew 24:3. or let me just get down to verse 6. It says, and you should hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that you be not troubled. All right. And so these, let me keep reading. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's exactly what I was just breaking down unto you. All right. Because, you know, and not to say that, oh, this is going to be for far off, because we've always had wars. No, we actually here at the very end. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not like you should be looking out of your window for a thermonuclear missile today, tomorrow, or next week. All right. When you when you start seeing it, when you don't see us no more. All right. Then you can start looking for these thermonuclear missiles. All right. And when you start seeing everybody being forced mandatory to get that RFID chip. All right. Then you're going to, you can start looking for World War III to actually pop off as a full scale war. And, how do you say, thermonuclear missiles to rain down. All right. Technically, we've already been at World War III for the last couple of years. Well, like the last, almost 20 years now. We've been at World War III since then, but it's not as hot as what it's going to get. All right. And this is what we're reading about now. It says, verse 6, and you should hear of wars like the war in Iraq, the war in Syria, the war in Afghanistan, the war on terror. You see what I'm saying? War in Lebanon. You see what I'm saying? All these different wars. You've been hearing about these wars since 2001? You see what I'm saying? All up until now. Hot, active wars. You see what I'm saying? And you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. And so we have to sit here and hold on and endure to these things, and endure to we'll get to that too. But you have to, let me get to that. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We have to endure through all these different things. All right. But nevertheless, at the end of it all, we're going to wind up catching salvation. All right. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. All right. And now that's dealing with what you have, like, how do I say, Jacob versus Esau. Right now, you have a situation like Venezuela and America. That's actually Jacob versus Esau right there. Right. You got Jacob, which is the Venezuelans, and then you got Esau, which are the Americans. Right. Let me put it to you this way. You got so-called Negroes and so-called white people, so-called black people and so-called white people here in America fighting it out. Those are two different nations fighting one another, right? But then you have Russia and America, right? Russia and America going back and forth with each other. Now, they both Edomites, but they're different kingdoms, right? So it says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so basically it's going to be a war on all. You got war everywhere. You got so-called tribal war between different, how you would say, different races of people. All right. Then you also have like national wars between different nations. You see what I'm saying? Like, well, again, Russia versus America. When you look at their so-called race, they're the same so-called race of people. They both Edomites, but at the same time, they're two different kingdoms. All right. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All right. And do you not see famines and pestilence all around the world? How much more Venezuela itself? All right. Venezuela used to be one of the wealthiest, not to say one of the wealthiest economies, but they have the potential to be one of the wealthiest economic economies. All right. And also, not just that. Shit, Venezuela is just like here in America, man. All the things that's some deep stuff to look into. Venezuela and America is pretty much the exact same thing, man. All right, where you have like, hey, Venezuela was not super poor, man. All right, again, when you going back, like I was stating in my first video, part 1 of this, you have to understand how things were shaped. You know what I'm saying? When you had America go over there and steal all of their shit, and they transferred all the wealth onto their small elites. All right, which took wealth from everybody and just gave it to a small portion. All right. But nevertheless, the country itself is not a very poor country. All right. And there was a lot of potential for a lot of these different things. You didn't have to be so-called poor and impoverished and having things going on like you have today, where you got riots and protests, not even riots and protests, people just trying to eat and shit, and everything just collapsing and falling the money worth nothing. Same with America right now. America, everybody walking around happy-go-lucky, joy, and so on and so forth. But once that petrodollar, all right, just like Venezuela and their oil, all right, once that bread stop coming in from that, it's going to be over here. All right, you're going to have riots and people killing each other in the streets just to eat, man. Mass protests and riots all over the place. All right, and they're like, well, wait a minute. How did y'all go from having so much resources and so much wealth to just y'all all starving in the streets? Well, when your number one resource or your number one asset that's bringing you in money is worth no more money, then like, what's the point? I can't make no more money now, so I'm broke. Like that's how it happened. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I was making billions of dollars from this business that I own, but now my business is bankrupt. I don't have the business no more. So now I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I was balling when I had my money keep coming in, but I don't have that no more. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that's going on with that. The same thing that happened with Venezuela. All right, is the same thing is really going to happen here in America. All right, but way worse than that. All right. Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right. And so that's basically, talking about, more about the time that we in now. All right. We living in these times now. You start to see the men of the Lord being hated, more and more and more. But more than that, you see in Jacob as a whole. All right. You seeing basically only our people in the news right now, and everybody talking down on our people. Look what's going on in Haiti. Look what's going on in Puerto Rico. Look what's going on in Venezuela. Look what's going on in Colombia. Look what's going on in Brazil. Look what's going on in Mexico. You see what I'm saying? All they talking about is Jake. You see what I'm saying? Other than, well, they ain't even talking about the Middle East no more, really. They just talking, Jake is the only people in the news right now. Venezuela, Mexico, so on and so forth. They still talking about China and Russia, but for the most part, Jake is heavily in the news right now, all right? Let me go on to this next precept. This is Psalms 55 and 20. It says, all right, talking about these wars and rumors of wars dealing with the so-called white man in all these different countries. He's waging war on Jacob everywhere. Psalms 55 and 20 says, he put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He had broken his covenant. All right. So Venezuela, what the hell was Venezuela doing so bad to America? Venezuela didn't have no economically crippling sanctions on America or nothing like that. Venezuela wasn't fucking America up like that. Wasn't waging war on America. Wasn't talking about regime change in America. Wasn't trying to stage an uprising and a coup in America. Venezuela didn't do none of these things to America. They were just trying to sit there and mind their own business and take care of their own people and get the puppets from up out of Venezuela that was stealing all their resources and sucking their country dry. All right, so America keep putting their hand. Let me read that again. It says, he put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He has broken his covenants. Right. So you see the INF treaty and the different treaties and things that they signed, not only with these different governments, but they also had treaties that they signed with our own people, with GAD and all of them, the so-called Native American Indians and things like that, and these different peace deals. Like I said, the INF treaty and things like that, But what they talking about now, we got peace over here, things going on over here, this and that. But when you don't want to go according to what they want you going on with, we got to have regime change now. All right. So it says he put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words are softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. And that's exactly what you see with this here Venezuela situation is popping off. America's on the news talking all this nice shit, all right, and painting Maduro as a bad person. Oh man, this guy is such a monster. He's closing the borders. He won't even allow humanitarian aid to come in so we can feed their people over there. He's starving them out. You know what I'm saying? And he's making it so that they can't get no food or no resources. When in reality, first of all, y'all the one got sanctions on his country, which is fucking up their income, their money. So he can't feed his people because, again, it's like I said in the first videos, the analogy I gave, it's like, yo, you the head of the household, you the dad of the household, and you got some kids to feed, right? You love your kids, you want to feed your kids, right? But you at work, they didn't sanction you at work or restricted you from working. You go from working 40 hours a week to now you work 10 hours a week. All right, now you got less money. Now you can't really feed your kids. In a sense, yeah, you're not feeding your kids. So you could say you're starving your kids out, but you're not purposely starving your kids out. Like, I just don't want to feed them. Nah, you can't. You just don't have the means to feed their ass because of why? You got to make sure, first and foremost, there's a roof over our head. You see what I'm saying? And from there, we can try to get some money to get some food from somebody. But if I go ahead and feed you today with all the money that I got, then shit, I still got to feed you the next day, and then put a roof over your head. Let me try to maintain and getting this roof over your head. At least that's a once a month payment. You know what I'm saying? And we can worry about getting you food from day to day. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this is what's going on over there. All right. Then they talking about what? The humanitarian aid. Oh, they don't want to take humanitarian aid again. Y'all trying to stage a coup attempt over there and assassinate the president over there, man. You over there trying to sneak in your CIA operatives and your spies and your people like that. You trying to send them guns, just like I was talking about in the first video with Fast and the Furious in Mexico. All right, arming the cartels. This is the same shit you was doing, bro. All right, you wonder why these people like El Chapo and them can do all the shit that they doing. Like, yo, dog, these motherfuckers all work for the government. These is all like one way or another, either CIA agents or CIA puppets, or being paid off by their ass. Like, this is why they get to do these types of things that they doing. Eric Holder, like, literally got, you can look it up. Eric Holder, Fast and the Furious, man. What they was doing with all that. They was transferring guns into Mexico to arm the cartels. Hell, Hillary Clinton. That's what the whole Benghazi thing was about. When these motherfuckers was arming ISIS. When they was creating ISIS and Hillary Clinton, they had the bombing in the embassy in Benghazi. Look up Hillary Clinton in Benghazi and what all that shit was over. And when she went to court, why she didn't want to talk about it. Because if she had to talk about it, she would have to admit, yeah, we was running guns to the fucking terrorists who would later become terrorists in Syria, who we would know as ISIS. We was basically creating ISIS over there. You see what I'm saying? That's why they didn't want to talk about that. But this is what America does, trying to overthrow governments. They wanted to overthrow. That was a prime example. I don't know why I didn't mention that in the first video. America wanted to overthrow the government in Syria, all right? But they didn't go over there by their goddamn stuff. You didn't see America like, well, you did eventually. Well, yeah, you did eventually, but, well, no, you didn't. You never seen America going up against, you never seen the American government waging war against Bashar al-Assad. Well, you seen two strikes, but you never seen, the American government wage war against the Syrian government and the Syrian military. That shit did not happen. All right. What happened was you had America set up, they was running guns through Benghazi in Libya after they killed Muammar Gaddafi and set up a new puppet over there. All right. They started moving guns in through Benghazi, in Libya, and Benghazi and Tripoli. Got the damn guns all the way over through, into Syria and shit. That was the birth of ISIS. All right. This is all known. This ain't no conspiracy or nothing. Like, this bitch had to go to court for this shit. Like, this is one of the reasons, all right, that the homegirl couldn't even win the presidency because she got caught fucking selling guns to the goddamn creating ISIS. All right. And same with Eric Holder. But this is the same shit that they doing in Venezuela, right? They trying to send in, this is what you hear about them saying Maduro is refusing this humanitarian aid to coming into his country. So now we have to go in there with the R2P, the right to protect, acts, because he's causing harm to his people by stopping humanitarian aid from coming into this country to help them. But in reality, he's stopping the American CIA from bringing guns into his country so they can't overthrow him. Because homeboy done went on TV and is like, yeah, no, well, we're not accepting American humanitarian aid, but we'll accept the EU's humanitarian aid, which is some bullshit because it's the same fucking Edomites. But nevertheless, he's like, yo, we'll take it from the EU, but and from NATO and well, from the EU, but we're not gonna take it from America. All right. But because why? He knows, and it's already been documented. There's film footage of it that just came out over the last couple of days, which you have to dig real hard to find that. But I'm trying to upload some of this footage. But you have video footage and just massive amounts of troops being surrounding Venezuela as we speak at this moment right now. You got massive amounts of troops in Puerto Rico. Well, you got the Brazilian troops over there. Brazilian, I don't know if you want to say American troops as well, but you have basically, now America might not put troops, but they'll have so-called paid American mercenaries just so they don't have to say, oh, we actually legitimately work for the American government. This is how they fight proxies and shit, right? But nevertheless, you got America with Colombia and inside of Colombia with the Colombian troops on the border of Venezuela, and it's also in Brazil, all right? Also, you got troops in Puerto Rico. You see what I'm saying? And so now that's why you have Russia trying to get over there in Cuba. You see what I'm saying? And they're like, whoa, we got to sit here and watch this because we know what y'all doing. Look at all these locations on the map. America is surrounding Venezuela for invasion as we speak right now. All right. But they coming out here. Let me read verse 21. It says, verse 20, he put forth his hands as such and be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant because Venezuela is not at war with America. Venezuela ain't even tripping on America. They just trying to feed their own people and be like, yo, dog, leave us alone. That's all we want to do. Just leave us the fuck alone. We trying to mind our own business. You see what I'm saying? We just trying to mind our business. You know what I'm saying? This same shit is the fucking Trayvon and the Zimmerman shit. Trayvon was like, yo, bro, I just want to mind my business and get back home. But you got Zimmerman chasing his ass down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everybody telling you to leave this motherfucker alone. But now you got to keep constantly chasing his ass down. Right? Then you want to kill his ass. Come up with some kind of bold-faced lie. Then they let your ass go. And then you still be walking around taunting and shit just like that. Like, yo, that's exactly what this devil is doing. You see what I'm saying? If you was mad about the Trayvon situation, like, this the same shit, but on a larger scale, where thousands of people are being injured and killed, and millions of people are being displaced. All right? It's a full-on assault on you Israelites right now, man. A full-on assault on you Israelites, man. The devil is coming down on great wrath. You know, when we talk about our brethren here You hear us talking like Israelites. Sometimes you hear about the so-called black man a lot and this and that. You got that image in your head is, oh shit, it's a lot of shit's gonna come down to the so-called black man and we in trouble. Like, yo, dog, look at your brethren, man. The Northern Kingdom is getting fucked up right now, man. And Venezuela, they getting fucked up right now. Mexico, they getting fucked up right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, in a lot of places, they getting fucked up right now. But Venezuela, they really getting fucked up right now over there, all right? But nevertheless, these are all your brethren. This is the same body, man. You see what I'm saying? Just because you didn't took a hammer, you didn't smash your left hand, don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, it's not connected to the same body that your right hand is connected to, you know? The right hand ain't hurting, but it's still connected to the same body as the left hand that's in pain, man. All right? These are still your brethren, man. But nevertheless, continuing on, verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. All right, yeah, we want to bring in humanitarian aid over there. Like, yo, Maduro is a fucking beast. He's an evil man. We just trying to feed the people over there. Like, this is a outcry before the world. Like, we just want to feed people, man. You don't want to feed no goddamn people over there, man. What about, let me think about it. Well, and you're not worried about the riots and protests because look at what's going on in France right now. Like the yellow vest. Why y'all ain't invading France right now? You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all should be invading France. What's one of these other countries? Oh, you can look at any of Africa. When you got motherfuckers starving all over Africa. Which we talking about? What we talking about? Venezuela is not in Africa, but you got a lot of places in the Middle East, right? Which is the top of Africa, all right, where they over there actively blowing shit up over there, right? You got places in Africa that they over there fucking up and shit. But down in South and Central Africa, like, they don't give a fuck about none of them people over there starving. Like, well, we gotta get these terrorists from out of this area over here, to such on and so forth. Like, yo, dog, you got your puppets everywhere just to maintain certain areas for certain purposes. You're not really worried about starving people, hungry people getting killed or whatever, whatnot, man. You're just going over there to rape, rob, and murder, man, because this is what's inside of you, man. All right, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words of his mouth were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. And this is the shit that get my blood pumping. You know what I'm saying? When I be talking about these goddamn devils, man. Because these goddamn beasts, man, when your eyes is opened up to be able to see these goddamn demons for what they are, man. When you can start seeing beyond the goddamn flesh of these people, and you really see the demons that's inside these motherfuckers when they sitting there talking to you in your face. Oh, man, we just want to bring humanitarian aid, and you got that stupid bitch Nikki Haley and shit, motherfuckers like her and them. What is going on over here is an atrocity. These types of monsters and these and this is like, yo, what the fuck are you talking? You literally on TV, lying between your teeth talking about these monsters and shit, talking about like Bashar al-Assad is bombing his own people. What kind of monster? How can you people sit around and watch this monster bomb his own people? I'm like, all right, bitch. Let me see here. First of all, your ass ain't even American. Your ass is from one of these fucking Middle Eastern countries. I believe Pakistan, or I believe that bitch is from Iran. First of all, she from one of them countries where America trying to target it and fuck all them people up. Like, bitch, you like 2/3 of our people, dog. You Uncle Tommen over here on these motherfuckers. Like, yo, you actively cheerleading for the motherfucker fucking up your country. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this damn devil got homegirl sitting here calling Bashar al-Assad a monster for so-called bombing his own people. And the only solution is, if we get to the Syrian people first, and if we blow them all up, then Bashar al-Assad can't blow them up first. Like, motherfucker, that's your solution? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not no solution. The same way with over here in Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro is taking the resources and he's allocating it to the actual Venezuelan people so that these elites of these Edomites can't keep siphoning it off. Well, America's like, well, oh, hell no. If they're not going to give it out to who we want to give it out to, we might as well go over there and take it, and we'll give it to who we want to give it to. We don't give a fuck if the people get it. We just want to make sure our people get it, man. All right, but they're not going to come out there and openly say that, like, yo, dog, just like go back to George Bush in 9/11. The reason a lot of regular, like, these Edomite Americans, right, I ain't even going to say Edomites because they damn devils anyway, but me for myself, you know what I'm saying, growing up in all of that, and especially in that time, and being active in like JRTC around all that time and all that shit and like that going off, and being brainwashed and all of that, right? After finding out truth about all that, like, you know what, I wouldn't really been all that mad if George Bush would have got on the news and like, you know what, today I just woke up and I remember that this nigga tried to kill my daddy, so I'm gonna go over there and fuck this nigga up, and then I'm gonna go blow up the rest of the Middle East, and we gonna steal all these niggas' oil, and we're not gonna give y'all shit, but we're gonna just go over here and steal all their oil. You know what I mean? I think that most Americans would be like, all right, dog, do what you do, dog. Just as long as it don't affect us, that's on you, dog. I mean, you ain't really got to lie to us about it, but the fact that you lied to us about a bunch of different shit They got weapons of mass destruction. We got to go over there and liberate these people. We got to go over there and bring freedom and democracy to the people of Iraq, man, because Saddam Hussein is over there gassing them and killing his own people over there. Like, okay, well, look at the time frame when Saddam Hussein was over there ruling his people and what this economy was like, the civilization was like, the people was living like over there. And now you look at the healthcare system and all these systems, the governmental systems and everything that's going over there in Iraq today. You wouldn't have had no fucking ISIS or no terrorists. Matter of fact, what your boy name is? Saddam Hussein he didn't have no terrorists in Iraq when he was living. You see what I'm saying? Well, he had the motherfuckers he was killing that he deemed terrorists, but because they was people basically trying to overthrow him. But nevertheless, that was a governmental opposition, not a governmental opposition. It was like, you know how like in if America go to war with another country or whatever, whatnot, I'm like, all right, well, shit, we going to war with this country. You know, World War I, World War II, these are opponents in wartime. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a group of people. We just killing these group of people. Nah, this is two militaries versus each other. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, these are the ways that these damn devils come out and be talking all these things, man. They got their propaganda on TV because, listen, they the devil. They deceiving your ass, man. They not going to ever come out on TV and be like, yo, we the fucking devil. You see what I'm saying? We got the world's greatest military. And who's going to tell us no? We finna go blow up the whole fucking planet. And who going to say something? You see what I'm saying? They never going to come out there and say that. But they're going to come across on the TV and the news and stuff like, you know what? We want to bring democracy and freedom and liberate these bad people and these bad dictators around the world and so on and so forth and so on. They tell you all these stories and they paint a picture as if these people are really horrible people and so on and so forth. But in reality, nah, it's not like that at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, not to really, I don't know if this got my video flagged the last time talking about the truth about Hitler. But like, yo, dog, when you really look at the economy of Germany before Hitler, and what was going on there, it was a fucking third world country over there. And then after Hitler, like, yo, they was dominating. Like, so he was doing way better for his people because they was being hijacked from another people. The same thing you stupid ass Americans complain about now, how you all taxed the fuck out. And you talking about these rich elite bankers and shit. Like, yeah, it's the same fucking people he was trying to kill, motherfucker. Like, you mad the same reason he was mad. But because they speak smoothly, all right, they speak with a deceitful tongue. That's why we call you the devil, because you're not coming out there saying, yeah, bro, we just want to blow y'all up and steal y'all oil. No, you like, oh, well, these people are killing their own people. We got to go over there and intervene. All right. This is why we call you the damn devil, because you deceitful, man. All right. But continuing on, let me read this one more time and just continue on. It says, Psalms 55:20. He put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The word of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. And that's why I fucking hate you devils, man. Because y'all sit there with this fucking mask on. Yeah, man, you know, we just trying to see what's all good for everybody else. We want to help me help you. Fuck all that, man. Come see me as a man straight up, man. If you got something to say to me, come say to me to my face with that shit. Don't be coming around me with no hoe shit, bro. Like, I can't stand nobody with no hoe shit, bro. If you got some beef with me, let's talk about it right now, bro. Let's go ahead and squash this shit, bro. I don't need you to sit here and be playing like you my friend around, you know, got this on and this and oh, you got the best for me, but you over here secretly planning and plotting on me, bro. That's some hoe shit, bro. That's like Esau and his shit. That's why he got these fucking missiles and shit, man. Cause Esau's a straight bitch ass nigga, man. He can't get close up on a motherfucker in hand-to-hand combat and just look a motherfucker in their eye when you put their ass to death, man. That's some real nigga shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, to look a motherfucker in their eye, like, yo, dog, you gonna have to look me in the eye and you gonna realize you finna die to somebody far more superior than you. That's some real shit, bruh. But to hit somebody from a far ass distance and they don't even see your ass coming, i.e. missiles. You see what I'm saying? Long sniper rifles, drone attacks. Motherfucker, nah, man, let's get a fair one. Run a fair one, bruh. If you man enough to beat me, if you far superior to me, then that's just my ass today. I'm gonna just have to take this L. But if I'm superior to you, you gonna goddamn realize that shit. You gonna feel all of this shit, bruh. But the so-called white man gotta hit you from a distance, man. Cause he what? This motherfucker, it's the damn devil, man. All right. But continuing on. This shit got me, Salakia, about the, you know what I'm saying? This shit got me real heated, man. Just watching this shit going on over there and just the fact that he's out here openly lying. And you hear a lot of our people here talk about this shit. And you hear, you know, some of the Venezuelan people over there that's talking about this shit. And then you hear like some people from, you know, our people in Colombia. Like our people in these places, they all brainwashed about this shit because the fucking white man is doing this shit to our people, man. The fucking white man is doing this. I mean, I can't be too mad because the same shit happened here in America, man. You got 2/3 of our coon ass people speaking on the so-called Negroes here in America that want to be cooning Kanye West, basically. Like, nigga, this is the same nigga that got you in this fucked up position. These the same niggas who, speaking to Kanye, these the same niggas who won't allow you to get your fucking clothing line or fashion shit that you over here crying about. Oh, it can't be free and equal and so on and so forth. With the same motherfuckers who blackballing you up out of their little boys club or whatnot. It's the same motherfuckers you over here trying to integrate with. Like, well, how dumb is that? But continuing on, this Psalms 140 and 2. No, it's like it. This Psalms 140, I'm going to start it at the top. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. All right, man, that's a deep prayer, man, because sometimes with this damn devil, man, you're not going to see him. You're not going to see him like the damn devil, bro. He's not going to come at you like horns out, like, yo, bitch, I'm coming to kill your ass. Whoop-de-whoop, wop-de-wop. You know what I'm saying? No, this bitch is going to come like the most beautiful thing you ever seen, bro. This is like when you get a fucked up deal in the world, bro. When you get a fucked up deal, so just think about it. Anytime you ever got a fucked up deal in the world, it never looked like a fucked up deal. Whether you bought a fucked up ass car, that shit was looking like the best car in the lot, bro, for the best fucking deal until you got that shit home, right? Or whatever, best cell phone deal ever. Oh, we got a free phone and this and that. And you get the phone, your phone bill $5,000. What the fuck? You see what I'm saying? The same with this damn devil, man. All right. It says, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in his hearts. Continually they are gathered together for war. All right. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent's adder, like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah. Salakia. Keep me from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. These are these motherfucking white people, man. These so-called white people, the goddamn Edomites in the Bible, man. These motherfuckers that's walking around talking all kind of shit about niggas and spicks and wetbacks. Go back to your own country right now. Why these motherfuckers actively trying to overthrow our brethren in their own fucking sovereign land in Venezuela, man? The goddamn audacity of these goddamn Edomites, man. Every time they walk around, you fucking Mexicans, you spicks, you wetbacks, you need to learn English, speak English, and go back to your own country. You niggers and coons, you need to go back to your own country. These motherfuckers right now as we speak, right the fuck now as we speak. And they've been saying this shit over the newspaper and everything. Yeah, we trying to overthrow goddamn Venezuela and shit. We trying to steal the oil and shit, man. We trying to come up, man. We trying to go get us a bag over here up in these niggas' house, man. We trying to kick in the door and steal they shit, man. They trying to get straight nigga up on y'all, like, bruh. They trying to, bruh, for real. Like, all this shit got me heated because this is the same shit they blame us for doing. Man, all y'all niggas like doing this the ski mask way, goddamn popping trucks and kicking doors and shit, bruh. But this is what the fuck Esau is doing, bruh. He's just popping a bigger truck and kicking bigger doors, bruh. This is what he doing, bruh. Running through everybody else shit. And his ass don't ever stay home. This nigga's in everybody else country. Stealing they shit. You know what I'm saying to some? You know what I'm saying? I didn't steal this land. My forefathers didn't steal this land. I didn't kill the Native American Indians. Like, wait. But you are your forefathers, but we know your dumb ass can't even understand that shit. But let me just bring it to you this way. You the descendants of these motherfuckers who keep passing the shit down to your ass, but fuck all of that. You still actively doing what your forefathers taught your ass to do. Instead of you doing it to our people over, like in the mainlands of America, you doing, mainlands of the United States, you doing it down there in Venezuela and the rest of Central and South America, man. All this was all of our place over here, but what, the so-called white man brought his little dusty, crusty ass over here and goddamn pressed up on Israel, man. And you still doing it up until this day, man. So for our people to, we ain't slaves and the white man ain't doing this, he ain't pressing us. Bro, look on the news right the fuck now. They actively invading one of our brother's countries, man. They actively invading, man. And you got other Edomites. This the shit with 2/3 of our people, man. You got other Edomites standing up for Jacob right the fuck now in the face of these other Edomites. And I say that with Russia, they Edomites. But nevertheless, we understand they got a role in a position to play as far as in World War III. But in the Cardinal says, look at this shit, man. You got some white people over here like Russia, goddamn over here banging on these other fucking Edomites over here in America. Like, yo, dog, I mean, like, they ain't really got shit to do with us. They owe us a little bit of money, but we'll live without the shit. They ain't really got shit to do with us. But we ain't not gonna let you go over there in their backyard either with that fuck shit, bro. If you gonna go over there, you got a problem with him, you got a problem with us, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, that's Esau, bro. He's supposed to be inside of him genetically. He hate Jacob. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. But you got 2/3 of our people, you know what I'm saying, here in America, the ones that don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying, whatever going on. But then you also got 2/3 of our own people in Venezuela and places like that. Oh, Maduro's bad and so on and so forth because you got them sucking on this American titty and shit. You don't even realize what the fuck is going on, man. You got the whole world is going to World War III. Let me get the goddamn scripture. Salakia for being in the spirit. But nevertheless, hey man, this shit should be having you goddamn outraged over the shit that the goddamn devil is actively doing to your people. We're not talking about what he did to us in the past, bro. People, why y'all always dwelling on the past? We don't even got to talk about the past, bro. We can talk about what he doing today, what he gonna be doing tomorrow, what he gonna be doing next year to our people, man. Because he's continuously doing this shit, all right? Let me see. You know what? Let me just go ahead and continue on with this here lesson because, you know, I don't want to get too far off topic with this. Let me go back to that Psalms real quick because I wanted to grab another scripture in there. Salakia. This goddamn devil, man. And this things is going on day after day after day. But our people stay in this sleep and this slumber while Esau's is turning up on your ass, man. All right, how you think the people in Venezuela, you know, the people in Venezuela that's getting rolled over and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Not the ones that's in pride and whatever, they out there crying out for help, but yet ain't nobody hearing them. You see what I'm saying? But getting still, when the shit happened here in America, man, the Lord is showing you right now visualizations, what is coming to you here in America, man. All right, these are your brethren that's going on out there, so don't think like, just like in old times, yo, the Northern Kingdom got it before the Southern Kingdom got it, man. You should be very afraid right the fuck now, man, of what's coming to you, man. Because we got Jacob's trouble that's coming, man. So all the shit that the Venezuelan people going through right now, it's going to be way worse than that, man. It's going to be worse than that, all right? So let me go back to Psalms 140 and 140 and 2. It says, let me start with 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which is this goddamn devil, the Edomite, the son of perdition, man. All right? The one with death and hell be following his ass. All right? It says, which imagine mischief in their heart. Continually they are gathered together for war. The fucking so-called white man, chiefly the ones here in America, man. 98% of their time in existence as a country, as America, as an established country as America, they've been at war. And ever since they got them step foot on them damn ships to come over here, these motherfuckers been at war. Because they've been over here for like, I want to say like 200 something years. Like, cause when you look at it, America's only like 200 something years old. We're like, wait a minute, I thought we was here for 400 years. Well, yeah, America wasn't established until 1776, but these motherfuckers came over here in like the 1400s, late 1400s. So it wasn't established as what you know of as today. But nevertheless, like, yo, dog, since the United States of America was established as you see it today, 98% of the time you've been established, your ass has been at war. Continually, war's in your heart, bro. That's all you do is just war. You know, Alexander the Great came up on the scene. It was been war ever since then until y'all ass goddamn, around what? What was that? I want to say, like 120, maybe 90 AD, you know, around the Dark Ages, you know what I'm saying? But then once you came back about them damn caves in the Renaissance era, the 1400s, like I'm talking about, bro, there's been war ever since then, bro. The devil come down into you having great rap because he know he got but a short time, bro. All he doing is rape, robbing, and murdering, man. This the damn devil, man. All right. Isaiah 140 and 2, which imagine mischief in their heart. Continually they are gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. All right. Because again, they're not coming to you telling us, yeah, bro, we're going to come and invade your shit. We want to kill all you motherfuckers because we just hate you fucking spicks. We just want to kill all you niggas. No, they're not saying that. They're like, no, we finna go over there and we're going to wage war in this country and fuck everything up based off of the pretext of the leader of the country, this dictator in the country is starving his people out. So we going over there to help the people. But look at the outcome. Again, the same shit happened over there in Syria, right? They started out with humanitarian aid in Syria, right? But now look at the country now. The country's all blown the fuck up. Like, you can't tell me you were just going over there to feed the people and the end all be all was everything is blown the fuck up. You can't tell a difference between a goddamn rock and some fucking a pile of rubble, dog. It all look the same. You see what I'm saying? But this is the goddamn devil. This is what's purpose inside of your heart, bro. All right? It says, and like going back into the earlier scripture, hey man, his words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. Homeboy is not gonna come to you in no rah type of sense, bro. This homeboy gotta get you from a distance. Like I said, his weapon of choice is from a distance because he a whole ass nigga, man. All right, he can't sit there and face you face to face. He's not strong enough to fight you like that, man. All right, or to use his war power like that. He's the devil. His main powers is in what? His tongue and in his goddamn sword. Let me read this again. Psalm 140 and 2, which imagine mischief in their heart. They plan. All right. Continually they are gathered together for war. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. So one of they goddamn swords is what? They tongue. And then they actually got a physical sword, which is their military might. You see what I'm saying? It says, Adder's poisons is under their lips. Salah. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man, who is the most violent, for thy violence against our brother Jacob. Thou shalt be cut off forever. Talking about Esau, all right? The so-called white man, all right? As you can see, speaking on these other motherfucking people, Jacob and Esau is who we say they are. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans make up who you call Jacob or Israel. And the so-called white man is Esau or Edom or Idumea, all right? So this is who the conflict is between, man. It ain't got shit to do with these Arabs and shit like that, man. All right, it says, keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked, who's controlling the earth, like the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Preserve me from the motherfuckers who controlling the earth, all right? Preserve me from the violent man, all right? The same one who, for thy violence against our brother Jacob. Well, who the fuck was Jacob's brother? Esau. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures line up with each other, all right? Preserve me from the violent man whose purpose to overthrow my goings. What did Esau say in Genesis what is that? Genesis 27:41. All right, let me just get it. Genesis 27:41. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob, all right, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, all right? Thou shalt be cut off forever. We can get that too. But nevertheless, it says, Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, this is what he said in his mind, this is what he got in the middle, man, my heart's desire. This is his heart's desire. The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, was told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son. All right. And she said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, does comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. So this is what's inside of Esau's heart. This is what his desire is. His desire is to exterminate you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And if you haven't noticed, since you can remember, this is what he's been doing, man. He been trying to exterminate you. What you think he did to the so-called Native American Indians? What you think he did to, look up the Taino Indians, the so-called Puerto Ricans, man. Brought them down to a civilization of 500. You see what I'm saying? 500, bro. All right, try to exterminate the so-called Negroes and still doing it to this day with so-called Planned Parenthood, abortions, rap music, drugs, gangs, gun violence, all this bullshit. All right, homosexuality and all of this shit, so we don't reproduce, man. The same thing, man. This is what's inside your heart to do, man. This is Esau all the way. All right, let me go back to that. It says Psalms 140:4. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hand of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who has purpose to overthrow my goings. So this is what Esau's purpose is, all right? The proud, most proud, the Edomites, the proud have hid a snare for me, and cords, they have spread a net by the wayside. They set a gin for me, and that's exactly what they doing in Venezuela. Humanitarian aid. That's a fucked up ass ploy out there, because in the news and all the media, all right, of course, the people, the regular citizens of Venezuela, they feeling an economic crunch. They can't eat. They can't get a lot of shit because of the economic sanctions that America got on them that they wouldn't fucking know about. All right. But nevertheless, they can't eat over there. But then when they see on the news that America is trying to give them food and shit like that, but then all they see on the media is that Nicolas Maduro is stopping that, when they don't realize America trying to overthrow the government and take everything from them. And they just trying to bring in guns to start a whole nother fucking war and have so-called terrorists in there and shit, just like Syria. They trying to turn Venezuela into the next Syria. The same plan. It's the same exact plan, bro. They doing the same shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they don't see these types of things. You see what I'm saying? That's a fucked up snare. But they telling our people, yeah, they doing all these things, but nevertheless, they don't see the fact that, yo, if you sit here and you go on a way that the propaganda we feeding you, all you're gonna do is bring this here wolf inside the house, and he gonna wind up devouring everybody. Once you let your defenses down, Maduro is actually the only thing that's stopping us or the U.S. from going in and devouring all the citizens over there. So really, he the only thing saving y'all at this point in time. Once we get rid of him, we're gonna just eat all of y'all shit and take all y'all shit to begin with and further enslave y'all ass. All right. It says, verse 6, and I have said unto Yahweh, thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplication. All right. Let me just grab these. Man, I done went too far into this one too. I got a couple more scriptures I want to grab in Habakkuk. This is me just get to the point. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5. It says, yea, also, because he transgresses by wine. That wine is his so-called doctrines and philosophies and things he be saying. Like I'm just saying, he out here right now talking about we trying to bring humanitarian aid. That's the wine he transgressing by, because he lying with this shit. He not bringing in food and aid to help to feed the people over there. He bringing in guns. Just like in Syria. Oh, Bashar al-Assad is starving his people out. He trying to kill his own people. We got to bring medical aid to the people of Syria. Then when you bring in the shit into Syria, it turns out to be nothing but guns and bombs and shit like that. And now everybody over there dying, and America over there blowing up hospitals because you said that there was terrorists in the hospital, but the terrorists happened to work for your ass. So at the end all be all for the Syrian people, hell, you went over there and made it way worse than what they was so-called dealing with the leader over there. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same shit you doing today over there. But what you over here doing all of this under the wine and the philosophy, the analogy with the wine is you giving somebody you getting somebody drunk. So imagine you at a club with some chick or wherever you with this chick, and the chick don't want to sleep with you. Nah, nigga, you ugly, whatever. I don't want to sleep with you. But you done got this chick drunk, and now you gassing her up in the head. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that for you, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And now she want to sleep with you because why? You got her drunk. You see what I'm saying? She inebriated. She not in her right state of mind. Same thing that's going on over here with this damn devil, man. All his lying and his deceitfulness, all right? But continuing on, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and his death cannot be satisfied. Just like the grave and people dying, there's always going to be people dying on the planet Earth, man. All right, as long as there's women giving birth, there's always going to be people dying. That's an endless rotation. You see what I'm saying? And that's just like the so-called white man. He can't never have enough. You can't just be like, you know what, I'm filling up my gas tank, and we done got full, the shit done clicked. He's like, nah, fuck that, I got another gas tank, keep filling it up. And if we run out, we're gonna build some more. Keep it moving. I'm like, dog, you got enough. You don't need no more. You see what I'm saying? Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and his death cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nation, and heapeth unto him all people. Look what he over there doing in Venezuela. Like, dog, why can't you... Look how many wars you at right now. You like in Afghanistan, stealing the heroin or the poppy fields out there to bring heroin back over here. You in Syria, you know what I'm saying, over there trying to still overthrow and take all they shit over there. You in Libya, you in Afghanistan, you in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get up over there in North Korea. You see what I'm saying? You over there trying to get up in China. You over here waging war in Venezuela. You see what I'm saying? Like, dog, stay your ass home, bro. You always in everybody else's business, bro. Worry about your shit, bro. Worry about feeding your people. Worry about keeping your government open. Worry about the uprising and the tensions that you got inside of your border. Worry about feeding everybody here, man. Worry about how come it's that, you know, the wage disparity of Americans here is like, yo, the top 1% own pretty much all of the wealth of the rest of the 99% here in America. You see this? Whoa, wait a minute. That's the same shit that you over here accusing Maduro of. You see what I'm saying? None of me, you, him, and her, we not benefiting off none of the goddamn bombs and shit that Lockheed Martin is producing. Every time Lockheed Martin is producing these goddamn bombs and shit, I ain't getting paid off of that shit. All right? Every time America go and invade one of these countries and steal their oil resources, I don't get paid off of that shit. You see what I'm saying? All this gold that they stealing from these countries, I don't get paid off of that shit. So this the same shit that, and I don't benefit off of none of that shit either. You see what I'm saying? Nor none of the damn military soldiers. And I'm like, I don't understand why y'all even going to war if you don't benefit in none of the spoils of the goods. But nevertheless, all the shit that you blaming him of is the same shit y'all doing over here, man. Worry about what you got going on over here in your own house, man. All right? But it says, but he gathered unto him all nations and heaped to him all people. Dog, again, you in everybody's nation and you trying to rule over them all, all right? Verse 6, shall not all of these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Yo, that's what you got right now. All these other countries, i.e. Russia. Russia's like, dog, why is it that every time America start their motherfucking car up, we gotta go over here like, what you doing, nigga? Why you over here doing this shit, nigga? Why you got the ski mask on, nigga? Why you over here got your gloves on, nigga? What you doing, nigga? I see you, nigga. Why you over here stealing, nigga? Swiper, no swiping, nigga. Like, what you over here doing for real, bro? Every time we turn around, your ass in somebody else's country stealing another fucking resource, bro. You done stole all the resources of the whole planet Earth, and you still stealing more shit? You see what I'm saying? You even stealing your own resources from America, man. America done stole all the resources from the American people and everything else. You ain't had enough yet. You see what I'm saying? But now you see everybody saying, dog, fuck that, bro. Let me just keep reading. It says, shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Motherfucker, You keep increasing your military spending budget year after year after year after year. America's military spending budget is greater than the next 3 countries combined. God damn. And the next 3 countries is what? I believe it's China, Russia, or Russia, China, and India, I believe. Yo, dog, you spent way more than the other 3 combined, and you talking about going to war with Russia? Let's talk about in the carnal sense. Like, dog, you worried about going to war with Russia, and you spend more than them and they allies all combined, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, really? What's the need of all of that shit? But hey, according to the scriptures, Russia got the upper hand. They got the most advanced technological weapons. That's because the Most High is turning them up right now. All right, that's according to Ezekiel 38. So we ain't talking about the spending like that in a spiritual sense. We already understand that. But nevertheless, Esau keep turning up with all his governmental spending and stuff like that, bankrupting the country, further putting his own people into debt. And everybody's like, dog, you can't pay back none of your debts. You devaluing your country, and all you got to do is keep. In order to pay, it's like this. Look, you can't borrow no more money, bro. You over here trapping, right? You done borrow so much fucking kilos from your boy or whatever, whatnot, or he done fronted you so many kilos, or fuck that. This nigga done gave you some kilos, and you said, look, I'm gonna go ahead and make the money, but instead of paying homeboy back, I'm gonna just go ahead and kill his ass so I ain't gotta pay him back. You see what I'm saying? Now I got the drugs and I got the money. That's what America do. He's like, all right, we're gonna go goddamn take out all this debt and doing all these different things, and shit, when it's time to collect on it, we'll just go to war with these motherfuckers. We'll just, because we got all the resources, we can just go to war with their ass, and then what they gonna do now? You see what I'm saying? Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? All right, and that's exactly what you see going on right now. The time has come to an end for America to plundering, all this plundering that America been doing, and rape, robbing, and murdering the whole fucking planet Earth, man. Dog, the world's being tired. They be like, yo, dog, you're not raping nobody no more, bro. Motherfuckers are standing up now. Like, nah, we ain't having this shit no more, bro. Russia, the Lord has put them hooks up in the jaw of Russia, bro. Look, bro, you ain't doing this shit no more. Not on my block, bro. This shit ain't happening no more, bro. And you starting to see this happen, and all these things are being manifested in the world right now today, man. This is why these things are important signs that you're starting to see, man. Because why? It's all written in the scriptures, man. Normally, you wouldn't have none of this shit going on. Like I said, who the fuck is Russia comparably to America when America spent way more money in a military budget than Russia, China, and I believe India all combined? All right, but again, this is the Most High scripture. So the Most High said, what? Russia gonna be a garden to prepare thyself and that great company with thee. You're gonna be the head of all of this, all right? But nevertheless, this is a spiritual warfare, and this is all set up. This is all the plan of the Most High, so it's gonna go according to what He say, all right? Verse 6, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be unto booties for them. So America about to be spoiled, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All right, like they still spoiling nations. Oh, it wasn't my forefathers. My forefathers didn't kill the Native Americans and steal their land. My forefathers didn't enslave the so-called Negroes. Motherfuckers, you doing it. You still doing it today. All right, take those damn names off of us. The so-called Native Americans and the Indians. The shit you was calling us savages, like you call them motherfuckers terrorists today and barbarians. It's the same shit, bro. This is your tactic, man. All right, we figured this shit out, bro. You know what I'm saying? You've been exposed, Esau. All right, but nevertheless. Salakia. But nevertheless, when you go back and you look at all these different people, oh, they did this back in the days. Yo, you still doing it to the Israelites today, man. You still rape, robbing, and murdering and how do you say, depleting and genociding the Israelites even into this day. All right. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right. And so, hey, bro, that's the judgment cast out on you goddamn Edomites, chiefly you here in America, man. All right, not because really you've been pushing up on everybody else, but mainly because you've been pushing up on the children of Israel. All right, they gonna want to question their judgment too, but the Most High is bringing their anger up into they face to basically do our dirty work for you, for us. You see what I'm saying? Because what? Dog, America finna get taken out by thermonuclear missiles and shit like that, all right? The Lord coming back also with the chariots and the angels and stuff like that, but predominantly, bro, we're not gonna do the majority of the work of taking out America, man. These other countries is gonna do it for us, all right? But it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein, all right? Woe to him that coveteth and evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Motherfucking America right now. Let me go ahead and covet this evil covetousness into my own house. Let me put this here stain on the American people. all right, and go over here and try to wage war up in Venezuela to steal their resources, because if we go into World War III, we want to have the upper hand and have the most resources so we can come out victorious. But at the end of the day, be like, yo, dog, you cutting them off and you bringing hatred upon to your own name and your own house and the rest of your people over here. Be like, yo, you finna get the rest of these Americans waxed like a motherfucker. The regular Joe Smo American over here gonna wind up becoming missile food because of the actions that you doing. In a carnal sense, if they Edomites, they gonna get it because they're a fucking Edomite, not because of what politically they doing. All right, and if you arrested a heathen, then your ass gonna get it because you a heathen. And if you're 2/3 and you catch it, it's because you a 2/3. But in a carnal sense, like, yo, dog, you know, in a carnal sense, you bringing up this their judgment down to the regular me, him, and her around here, because the regular of us people, we're not making no political decisions and say, yeah, we need to go and invade Venezuela. Most Americans don't even know what the fuck is going on in Venezuela. But yeah, and still, they gonna wind up having to pay the judgment for the things that these elites is doing out there in Venezuela, all right? Verse 10, they have consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and have sinned against thy soul. All right. For the stone shall cry out of the wall and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Right. If you knock on your wall, man, and look for a stud in the wall, like you trying to hang something in your wall and you start knocking on it to find that one different sound. Let me see if I can find one. You know what I'm saying? And you find a stud or whatever in the wall. It's a hard spot. You know, oh, okay, there it is. We done found his ass, right? This the motherfucker. Look around. Like, yo, is this the man that did destroy the whole earth? Is this the man that did weakest the nations? Look around. It's America doing all this shit, right? Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establishes the city by iniquity. Behold, it is not Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire. The people shall weary themselves for very vanity. All right. But nevertheless, these people gonna wind up let me get this too. Verse 15. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink and putteth thy bottle to him that maketh him drunken also, that thou may lookest upon their nakedness. This is also going into this propaganda over there in Venezuela and here in America, man. Making it look like Maduro's a bad person. They got to go over there and kill him and so on and so forth. And he killing his people. Bro, you spread this propaganda, man. All right. Again, this is the same analogy. Like, yo, dog, like, what is propaganda? You basically lying to a motherfucker in a certain type of way, getting them to buy something that they wouldn't normally buy in their right state of mind. Again, like you sitting here drugging a female and getting her to sleep with you when she wouldn't normally do it in her right state of mind anyway. It's the same shit, bro. All right. So woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink. All right, that putteth thy bottle to him that maketh him drunken, also they mayest look unto their nakedness, right? And just the carnal simplest form, like I was explaining, yo, you trying to get with this chick and you just slipped a date rape pill into her drink just so you can fucking sleep with her. Like, yo, dog, you ain't supposed to be doing no shit like that. Like, yo, if you trying to get it by, how do you say, righteous doing, you know, so it's like consensual and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what y'all wanted to do. You didn't just take advantage of a motherfucker, right? But it's the same thing. Like, yo, you getting somebody drunk, or getting them fucked up and getting them to sign a contract, more or less to say, getting them to do something they don't want to do. But again, this propaganda, you got these people sitting here siding with America when they shouldn't be siding with the same people that's putting them in the same position that they in. All right. Now let me go ahead and close out with this. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Now that's, part of the reason why, hey, kind of turned up in the spirit right now, and Salakia for being, again, you know what I mean, like they're trying to present this and all. But hey, at the same time, man, it's kind of hard to really be having the understanding of what the fuck is really going on to your people right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people talking about cussing this and that's going to bar the message. Motherfucker, we at war right now, man. All right, when motherfucking bombs and shit coming in, people ain't gonna be worried about all that shit at that point in time. Go look, turn the news on and look at the shit going on in Venezuela, man, and tell me those motherfuckers why. Man, god damn, like I said, I got a video to just put up. Lord willing, they don't take it down, but I mean, I got the video, but Lord willing, they don't strike my channel again for this. But man, you got these people out there, just talking about whatever, these women out there protesting and whatnot, man. These goddamn big ass military, like what you think of these SWAT trucks or these bank trucks and shit like that, the big ass armored trucks, come full speed across that goddamn bridge, plowing through people like they playing Grand Theft Auto. Motherfuckers don't give a damn, man. You think motherfuckers is talking, be worried about how they speeches in that day? Motherfucker, I'm telling you, this devil coming down having... Let me grab that. Because it's not just something out of my own mouth saying these things, This is Revelation 12 and 12. Let me get to it. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth they have but a short time. Bro, homeboy coming out here with great wrath, bro. He coming and fuck your ass up, man. Like I said, they out there just running men, women, and children over with these big ass trucks out there, man. They about to wage war, just start bombing up on our people. Like, hey, and who the fuck gonna come to our aid, man? We've been in captivity up under the so-called white man since basically the 1400s, the late 1400s, man. What nation stood up in our defense then? All right, when they was sitting here spraying us with water hose, they still gunning us down. When they was lynching us, barbecuing us, and all these different shits they was doing to us. When they was murdering the so-called Native American Indians. When they was murdering the so-called Taino Indians, which is Ephraim and all of them. When they was genociding them, what nation out of the whole planet Earth stood up to stand in our defense? No, not one. All right, so you think the same shit gonna happen in these times, man? Ain't nobody finna stand up for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in these end times, man. You can't be looking, like the scriptures say, they look for a nation to save them. These nations don't give a fuck about you, man. Well, they do care about you because you their number one resource. You keep them rich. But they're not caring about your well-being, man. All right, so, hey, man, I'm lifting up a trumpet, you know what I'm saying, and sparing not, man. Hey, man, we letting our people know, man, these motherfuckers is coming, man. All right, and they coming with this great wrath. So you need to get in good with the Most High so you can be, you know what I'm saying, covered in these days when these things is coming to pass, and you don't get caught up into all these snares and be drinking this Babylon juice, thinking these people coming over here with to help your ass out, and your ass wind up getting fucked over, man. All right, let me grab my closing scripture. Ecclesiastes. That's something good. That's going right to what I'm reading it now. But I mean, I've been going for too long. But nevertheless, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Like I said, man, when you know about what's going on and things going on and how Esau literally coming down on your people and lying in the face of the world actively to you right here, right now, today, man. And this very day that we talk about right now, he's actively just genociding your people and lying in the face of the whole world. Psalms 83 all over again, man. It ain't never stopped, man. It's perpetual hatred for our people that Esau's had upon Jacob. It's still going on into this day right now today, man. And you got our people that's asleep, that's just propping up the so-called white man, that want to be like the so-called white man. The so-called white man being exposed and called out all over the whole damn world. But hey, people still bowing down into him and like, yo, dog, like, yo, our people don't want to wake up to who this is, man. This oppression that we up under in this place, we got to stay up under this, and we having our own people talk shit to us and not be with us or whatever, whatnot, and just think of us as the fucking enemy when we trying to show you, like, yo, dog, like, for instance, like, yo, I'm not of how you would say carnally Venezuelan, and I don't live in Venezuela. Why the fuck am I so heated over what's going on in Venezuela? I could just be like, I don't give a fuck. But at the same, these my people, man. You see what I'm saying? These are my people, and we care about our people. So we not, yo, dog. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can't just be running upon us like that, man. So, like the scriptures say, Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So, twofold. Oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Now, the gift destroying the heart, that's how they getting destroyed over there right now. They talking about that humanitarian aid and so on and so forth. Hey, man, you don't want to take that gift. That's nothing more than a goddamn Trojan horse, man. Just prime example. How did they received the goddamn gift, right? That big ass Trojan horse. All right. But what was inside of that Trojan horse? It was a bunch of goddamn soldiers, man. It was a trap, man. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and close out with this. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. You know, like I said, Slacky for getting, you know, a little, you know, how you say, roused up or whatever in this here lesson, whatever, whatnot. But hey, Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying into the elect, man. This is why we doing this, to inform and edify and uplift our people, man. To educate our people on these things, man. All right, man, and to inform our people what's really, really going on, because ain't nobody else telling you about this stuff, right? Ain't nobody else telling you about these things and telling you what's going on and how this pertains to you, man. You next on this here target, but we letting you know that there is a way out, and that way out is through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, and with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for your arcane pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong and shalom.